Chiefs Kingdom, what's up? Are you feeling that energy in the air right now? Because something big just happened, and it could shape the future of the Kansas City Chiefs in a way we haven't seen in years. I'm talking about a draft move that's got people talking, debating, and honestly getting a little hyped. Now here's the teaser that should grab your attention. What if I told you the Chiefs didn't just draft talent? They drafted immediate impact players who could change the defense overnight? Yeah, you heard that right. And the best part? One of the loudest voices praising this move isn't just anyone. It's Travis Kelce himself. So buckle up, because we're breaking it all down and you're going to want to hear every second of this. Let's set the stage real quick. The Kansas City Chiefs came into this draft with something unusual: premium picks. That's not something championship teams usually get, right? But after a slightly down year by their elite standards, the opportunity was there. And instead of playing it safe, the Chiefs went aggressive. They loaded up on defense, grabbing 3 players within the top 40 picks. That's not just roster building. That's a statement. And fans everywhere are asking the same question. Did the Chiefs just quietly rebuild their defense into something terrifying again? Now let's talk about Travis Kelce. When a future Hall of Famer speaks, you listen. And on the latest episode of the New Heights podcast, Kelce didn't hold back. He was fired up about these picks. Not cautious, not reserved, straight up excited. That kind of reaction tells you something is brewing inside that locker room. Kelce made it clear this isn't a rebuilding team. This is a championship team reloading. And that mindset, that's dangerous for the rest of the league. He dropped a line that really stood out. Most top 10 picking teams aren't very good. But that's not the case here. That says everything about where the Kansas City Chiefs stand right now. This isn't a team trying to find its identity. This is a team that knows who it is and is just sharpening its weapons. And if you're a Chiefs fan, that should get you hyped. Because it means the window isn't closing. It's being reinforced. Let's break down the first big move. Trading up to grab cornerback Mansour Delane. That alone tells you how much they valued him. The Chiefs didn't just sit back. They went and got their guy. That kind of aggression shows confidence in scouting and vision. And considering the departures in the secondary, this wasn't just a luxury pick. This was a need. With changes in the cornerback room, Delane steps into a situation where he could see serious playing time early. And if he delivers, we could be looking at the next cornerstone of the Chiefs' defense. So I gotta ask you, do you think Delane can live up to the pressure of being that guy? Now let's move inside to the trenches. Defensive tackle Peter Woods joins Chris Jones, and that's where things get really interesting. Because for years, Jones has been the anchor, the disruptor, the nightmare for offenses. But now he might finally have help. Woods brings size, strength, and presence. And pairing him with Jones could make the interior line a serious problem for opposing offenses. Think about it, if you can't step up in the pocket because of interior pressure, what happens? Everything collapses. That's how defenses dominate games. Not just on the edge, but right up the middle. And that leads us to the pick that got Kelce really excited, edge rusher Mason Thomas. Kelce called him a freak of nature. That's not casual praise. That's elite-level endorsement. Explosiveness, athleticism, raw power. This is the kind of player who can change how offenses game plan. And let's be honest, getting after the quarterback has been an area where the Chiefs needed more consistency. Yes, Chris Jones has been dominant. Yes, George Karlaftis is a workhorse. But beyond that, has been hit or miss. That's why Thomas is such a crucial addition. He fills a gap that's been there for a while. And if he develops quickly, this defense could take a massive leap forward. Kelce also mentioned something important. Steve Spagnuolo is going to have fun with this guy. And if you know Spags, you know what that means. Creative blitzes, exotic looks, constant pressure. Imagine adding a high-upside edge rusher into that system. That's chaos for opposing quarterbacks. Now here's something interesting. Despite all these defensive moves, the Chiefs didn't draft a tight end. That's right. In a deep class, they passed on finding Kelce's eventual successor. What does that tell you? Confidence. They still believe in Kelce leading that room. But it also raises a question. When will they start planning for the future at that position? And what about the offense? The Chiefs waited until the 5th round to address wide receiver. After last season's struggles in the passing game, that's a bit surprising. It suggests the team believes improvement will come from development, chemistry, and maybe internal growth. Or, do they have another move coming? That's something to keep an eye on. Because right now, the focus is clear, the defense is the priority. The Kansas City Chiefs are betting that a stronger defense and improved run game will make the difference. And honestly, that's a scary thought for the rest of the league. Because if the defense steps up and Mahomes is still Mahomes, good luck stopping this team. So let me ask you this, Chiefs Kingdom. Do you think this draft class is enough to take the defense to the next level? Are these the pieces that bring another championship back to Kansas City? Or do you think there are still gaps that need to be filled? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear from you. If you're hyped about the future of the Kansas City Chiefs, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this with every Chiefs fan you know, because something special might be brewing, and you don't want to miss it.